So this is a street I've never even been on before or heard of, which is very rare. After all the garage sales I've been to, I mean thousands, thought I'd heard of every street. This street is called Anglo. Kind of a strange name. I guess for Anglo-Saxon.
Your destination is on the right.
And y'all can see the garage sale over there on the right. Playing catch out there. Now that's a good All-American. Oh, kid just hit his dad with a baseball. Gee whiz. Good All-American garage sale there. As some of y'all may remember, I think I came here last year with these two Mary Kay cars, I guess. They got the Mustang and the, what is that? Some kind of Mitsubishi or something?
Your destination is on the right.
That's like Pepto, they might be Pepto-Bismol salesmen though. Because that don't look right for, Mary Kay. So that sale I just left, they had like 5 vintage SLR cameras, like a Canon AE1, they had a Pentax, some other cameras, and they were asking pretty decent money for them, like 40-50 bucks a piece with lenses. And you know, I might have pursued it, but I looked at a few of the lenses and I saw fungus behind the front, the objective lens or the front lens or whatever, and I looked at the cameras and they looked a little dirty. They just didn't look cared for. And man, condition is so huge on this stuff that I didn't even feel like, I didn't even want to buy them. I wouldn't say at any price. I mean, I would have paid like $5 probably.
Turn left onto Perkins Road.
But the lenses, when the lenses have that fungus on there, I guess unless they're like, maybe if they're super high end, somebody might want them. But a regular consumer type lens, no way. It's basically worthless. So nobody's going to take apart a $50 lens to clean it. That was one of the lessons it took me a long time to learn, was that
turn right onto Louisiana 3246 East, Segan Lane.
Condition almost overrides everything. You know, like we look at brands and model numbers and this and that, and condition can just like...
Continue on Louisiana 3246 East for 2 miles.
Condition can make the difference between something being $5 and $100. Like, it's seriously that important. So, all right, let's see. It's supposed to be, oh, there it is right here. They got, now that's a homemade looking little sign. Look, I like that.
Your destination is on the right.
Well, that was cool. I just found a Black & Decker Workmate vise that you clamp to like a workbench. And I got it for $5. It's like new old stock from like, it looks like 70s or 80s. It's crazy. New old stock. I don't think it's ever been used. As a matter of fact, I know it hadn't because I opened the box. I opened the friggin' box myself. And before I did, they had $8 on it. So I said, hey, would you take $5 for this? And they said, yeah. So, okay, but let me open it first because I want to make sure it wasn't like some kind of reseal or something. Make sure it was all there. But yeah, I opened it up. It was brand new. So crazy. It would have sucked if I would have opened a brand new box and then not been able to negotiate and then just left. That would have been shitty. But man, I have found...
Turn left onto Buckingham Avenue.
I didn't tell you about one of them. I have found 4 VCR DVD combos today. Nuts. And that makes 5 for the weekend now.
In 800 feet, turn right.
Okay, so I just went to my last sale, or I think anyway, because it was just a sign. I didn't have it on my route. I just saw the sign and pulled in. And these this guy had 2 pairs of Fry boots, and they're pretty good shape. I'll show them to y'all in a bit. They're one pair of brown, one pair of black, and I'd heard of Fry boots before from Lauren, Hot Chic Thrift, Lauren has talked about Fry boots before, so I know that they're good, but I don't know how good. So anyway, the guy wanted $50 a pair. I might as well show you since I'm stopped. I'm going to show you everything anyway. He wanted $50 a pair for these Fry boots. Here's one of them. Here's one pair, and they seem to be in pretty nice shape. I know they're expensive new. I have no idea how the used market is. Although, if I'm spending, well, I didn't spend 50 a pair. I didn't finish the story yet. So I said, oh man, that's expensive. And I offered him 25 a pair if he wanted it. And his wife came out there, and I thought he was going to take it. And he countered with but then he countered with 40 a pair. And I'm like, oh no, that's okay. Thank you though. You know, it's worth that. And the lady said, yeah, we'll just sell them on Marketplace. She told me that. She said, we'll just sell these on Marketplace. I said, I think that's a good idea. I think you should. I think you'll get more money there than you will here. And I started walking off. Like, I was cool just leaving. And then the guy, but I kind of felt the guy, like really wanting to get it done. And he goes, wait, come back. And he said, we'll take the 50. And the wife was like staring at him like, look, I don't want to cause a domestic dispute here. Are y'all sure y'all want to sell them for 50? Because I don't have to have them. And he said, oh yeah, you know. And so anyway, I got them for 25 a pair. Here's the black ones. They're in good shape, right? I think they are. I think they're in good shape. The black ones, I think, are maybe a little better shape than the brown. So, I mean, look, they barely look worn, really. Let's see, built right. Built right, neoprene, oil resistant. Oh, look, here's the tag they had on there before. He said they started out at 75. You can't see that, can you? Yep, started out at $75. And so, let me move on here. So I paid 25 a pair for those. I'll let y'all know how I do. I like buying boots though. Then I bought 2 iPhones, $1 a piece. Man, they are clean. I don't know what, but this is probably like a 3GS or something, or maybe a 4. Or no, 4s don't look like this. This must be like a 3G or 3GS, I think. Got 2 of those. Okay, here's the phones. So first we have this clear one. It looks old, but it's made by this company. I don't know when this was made, unless there's a stamp on it. I've had this company's phone before. It's this company in Corinth, Mississippi. See, it says made in USA. They make these phones, and they still make these phones, I believe. I think they're still manufacturing them. They look like this old school looking thing. This one's cool though. I really like how it's clear. You can see the look at those wires connect. There's connectors there. That is cool. So yeah, I got this for $3. Oh no, I got this and this for $5 total. And this is a legit old like pukey green color phone. I think this is a oh no, I guess it's a Bell. Who makes this? Who makes you? Okay, Western Electric. There you go. It's a Western Electric phone. Then let's see. Okay, here's a phone I picked up at an estate sale, and this one was really cool. I liked it. For one thing, it's heavy. It's solid. It's not plastic. Actually, you know what? It might be Bakelite. It probably doesn't even work. The rotary thing is super slow, if at all. Needs some cleanup. But this is a automatic electric monophone. And I don't know how old it is, but I really liked it. She wanted 35. I paid 22. I just love the look, and hopefully I'll make some money on it. Okay, I bought these poker chips for 50 cents because I had some change coming on this Band of Brothers that I paid $3.50 for. I don't know how it's going to do. That's Band. If you haven't seen Band of Brothers, you need to watch it. It's on HBO. And at that same sale, I gotta write this down. This rear view mirror is from a 2011 Silverado, Chevy Silverado. So somebody might be looking for one of these mirrors, especially with the electrical connections and stuff. So she said he got like some backup camera system. He got some kind of backup camera system, so he didn't need the, or he had to take the rear view out to install it. So that's how I got that. Okay, here's my little Black & Decker Workmate hobby vise. See, it clamps to a table, and then you have a vise up above, and it twists around and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna be able to use that. I paid $5 for this for me. Here's the first combo I'm gonna show you. It's a Sanyo DVD VCR combo, and it works. You know how I know it works? Because they said, and they wouldn't lie. All right, I have a pair of Bates boots. I think these are like women's boots, or they're small men's boots. These are like a combat boot. Pretty high end. Got the little zip up sides and stuff. They're pretty nice. Look, almost no wear. I paid $3 for these. They're nice. They're really cool. Look at the soles. Lots of wear left in these, so I don't know what I'll get for that. Okay, here are the combos. This is a Magnavox MWD 2206. I just sold one of these like last week. Same model number, I remember it. I bet this might be the same model too, huh? Yep, same exact model. Came from a different yard sales. MWD 2206. I do have the remotes for both. Let's see, I have this remote here. So there's both my Magnavox remotes. And then here, this is the one, the really good one here. This is Toshiba that I paid $5 for. This is the recorder. It has a recorder on both sides, VHS and DVD, and I do have the remote for it. Working condition, it should get $150 to $160 for this one. The other ones, the other units, you know, $50 level, $60 level, something like that. Oh, that is for me in my shop. Paid $5, solid wood little stool. I'm gonna put that in front of the bench because it looks like it's about the right height. For now, I'm gonna get something else later. But for now, $5, you can't beat that solid wood. Okay, this is interesting. This is a Radio Shack 100 channel mobile scanner, and it looks like it's a Pro 2026. I've got the box, and man, when I looked at it at the sale, I asked her if it worked. I started taking it out, and she said, I don't think it's ever been turned on. So this thing is like from the 70s or 80s, basically new old stock, and it doesn't mean a lot on this. But it does mean I'll get absolute top dollar for this scanner, which probably ain't a lot. It's probably like 50 bucks or something. But yeah, I paid $5 for this. So that was a good deal. Oh, I got a Polaroid today. I think I paid $2. Is there? Yeah, I paid $2 for that. And yeah, I will sell this to Light Management System. Does that get more money? It does have a little bit of rainbow right there. They like it when you have the big old rainbow here though, right? Isn't that what they like? Okay, I got this little unit here. I don't know what you call this. On, it's got an on switch. Almost looks like a butt set or a test set. Oh yeah, look, you know what? This is actually a lineman's test set because there's a talk and a monitor. And the monitor, I guess, just shuts your microphone off. That's an ancient looking test set. And I paid $1 for this. It says Bell Systems on the handle right there. Really neat. Bell Systems made by Western Electric. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I only paid $1. And then I paid $5 for this. She was asking $10. offered 5, and she like took it really fast. This is a Mamiya is a really pretty high, very high-end camera brand. You see a lot of times wedding photographers using it. Not this format. Usually it's like a medium format camera. Not sure what this one is worth. It's weird though. It says Mamiya, and then it says Asahi Pentax, and then I guess the lens is Mamiya. It says Japan. Now as far as does I almost drop it. Well, I did drop it, but it was padded. As far as the operation of the camera, it winds, and then I can hear that. So I'll play around with the speeds and see if that changes relative to. We'll see. It's going to be a sold as is kind of thing. I'm not going to film test it. So thanks for watching, guys, and join us on the Reseller 6-pack tomorrow. I was going to say Sunday. Tomorrow on Lauren Hot Chic Thrift's channel. I'm gonna put a link to the show down below if she has it scheduled. If not, I'll put a link to her channel down below so you can subscribe and catch us there. See y'all tomorrow night, guys. Take care. Bye bye.